Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Gaskins here. See if I got this thing working right tonight. Want to pop in and do my Wednesday bonus. Hey, Miss LC, God bless you. Okay, so I think this working because that's a member. Hey there, Mama Tish, God bless you. Want to pop in and do the Q&A. So y'all, if you're new to the Q&A, just remember to put the hashtag Q in front of your question. And let me see. I think we started probably a couple minutes early here. Make sure my chat set up right. Chat. Okay. Signs or your friends are jealous of you. You know, one way you can always tell if your friend jealous of you is when they see you doing good, they don't start asking you for something. That's when you can tell they're not jealous of you. And you also can tell by when you tell them something how enthusiastic their feedback is. That first, especially if you tell them in person, what that first face they make, the first face they make. Yeah, y'all, hold on, I gotta have a commercial break. I forgot to pray. All right, came in here too late. Y'all gotta forgive me, chair squeaking. Tony, I met a guy on Instagram. Been talking for a week, hour a day. He has good character, but it's long distance. Should I continue? Well, Trisha, he has good character right now in this here first week. He is long distance, and y'all just talking. So it's really you don't have much to lose right now. When you start going past, 3 months, 6 months, now that's when the stakes get a little higher. But for right now, it's kind of like research. You get to learn, you get to talk to the guy, you get to learn about him, you get to kind of see how guys communicate, see how guys move when they meet you on social media. So it's some lessons to be gained in there. Hey Tony, what are your thoughts on dating a guy with a roommate? He's 28. They consider themselves as brothers, but are really just best friends. Um, he's a late bloomer. 28 is a bit old to have a roommate. So, but I mean, don't hurt to date him to see if you don't have any other options right now. It doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. He could just be physically smart and doing the right thing with his money. But you just have to pay attention to see if that friend is a bad influence. Hey, Tony, can you talk about the guys who don't have a mom around and have issues with women? I mean, that kind of speaks to itself. If you see Kayla Rose, God bless you. If you see a guy, pour out in her life, Lord bless you, Kayla. If you see a guy who doesn't have a mom around and he has issues with women, then that lets you know that he's harboring some resentment. And that could be very dangerous. Whereas you have some men who maybe didn't have a relationship with their mom, and because of that, they want a wife and they want to have that interaction with a woman that they can love because they didn't have that with their mom or they don't have that with their mom. So a person can go one end of the spectrum or the other, just like when somebody is, violated when they're young. Some people become very promiscuous and some people become very reserved. So think about that. Make sure you put hashtag Q in front of your question so it'll stick out to me. Try to keep the chat clear. Y'all only put questions, not comments. Only put questions in there so we could keep the chat clear. How do you handle friends that don't really initiate contact with you and you always have to start the communication with them? If it's not going both ways, then either they're super, super busy or they don't view you as a friend the way you view them as a friend. So it just depends, you know. Sometimes people just really busy and they caught up in their life, they building their life. So you have to be able to, you know, recognize that. Lorraine, God bless you, Lorraine. God bless you. Pour out in our life, Lord. Bless you, Lorraine. I really, really, wow. Wow. My goodness. My goodness. Bless you, Lorraine. Black Diamond, bless you. Pour out in our life, Lord. Hello, Mr. Gaskins. What are your top three things that women do that turn men off in the dating stage that can result in him not wanting to move forward? Every man's top three things may be different a little bit. Um, I think for me, one of the biggest things was a woman who was argumentative, like a woman who you just met her and she want to argue. You know, she want to fuss, fight, and argue. Like she want to debate about everything. You know. Then another thing is when a woman is not just being authentic. Like a lot of times humans don't realize that we're all a window, you know, and that people could see right through you. And a lot of times we don't realize that. And so a woman may be nervous and she may be putting on, either trying to act a certain way, talk a certain way, you know, be a certain way, and just not being true and authentic to herself. And that's a huge turn off. And then a woman who just hasn't dealt with her issues, you know, and she's projecting, whether she want to be loose booty or whether she wants to be, you know, guarded and, you know, like a guard dog. That's real off putting. Do you think men move to a new relationship so fast to avoid the pain? Absolutely, Marilyn. That's what a man does. I saw one time a man say, "Men don't heal, we HO," and that's true. A lot of times, cause if a man sits in his stillness and he's quiet, he really got to see and hear and feel everything that he's done, and that could be so painful. It could be so real that a lot of times that's why men go from woman to mask that pain. Now y'all let me thank Lorraine Cress again. Why then alive, Lord. I met a guy recently, asked him to look at a 2-minute video for my business. He lied and said he did. Wasn't expecting him to buy. Now giving me excuses. I cut him off. Thoughts. Um, you probably introduce business too early. You know, if you meet a guy and y'all meeting to like on a romantic tip, y'all gonna talk, then you don't want to introduce business into a romantic situation where you meeting somebody that you want to date. So that kind of was a little off-putting in itself and kind of threw things off because then it's like, oh, you want to do business with me or are you looking to meet a man that you can date? You know, so you kind of want to separate the two in the beginning and don't just be that, you know, forward with the business situation. Caramel Kisses, Mama Tish, Share. I done seen a few moderators. God bless y'all. Really appreciate that help. Pretty humble. Bless you. How do you completely let go when you can't cut the person completely off because small children are involved? You can't completely let go, you know, in the whole sense of the word. So you got to realize that that's your lot in life. And that comes with lying down with somebody. That comes with giving somebody your body is that you may get up and never be the same. And so that's something that you lose in life. And that's why it's very important to save yourself until marriage. And then sometimes it happens in marriage, but at least with marriage, you know that you went about it in a very real way and that you was given a lifelong commitment. So if it didn't work out, you can't blame yourself at all. But when you sleep with somebody before marriage, you're taking a huge gamble. And what you got to realize is when you gamble, sometimes you lose your shirt. Sometimes you lose your KM23. Y'all keep y'all comments, you know, out the chat. We really don't nobody really want to see any additional messages on here. All right, we don't want get nobody confused. And a lot of people done wrote in about that. When they ask a question, they want to hear one answer from the person page that they own. So y'all keep y'all comments out of the chat. Okay, we done changed some things on here. Only put questions in the chat. Only put questions in the chat. Um, Miriam, God bless you. Hi, Tony. If you ask a man not to like a certain woman's pictures on IG and he goes and likes a lot of her pics back to back after he told you he wasn't going to, what kind of message is he trying to send? He basically trying to tell you to kiss his behind. Basically telling you to kiss his behind and stop trying him like a baser. Which, if you don't know what a baser is, like a crackhead. So that's what he's telling you. It's really the social media equivalent of spitting in your face. So what you have to do is just sit there right now and just kind of just envision you looking at him, and then envision him doing like this. Just envision that. And then envision that what y'all call it, a loogie, that phlegm coming through the air and just hitting you right there. And just envision that, and let a little bit of it get in your nose and let a little bit of it get in your eye. And then it's thick mucus. And you got to get that out your face. That's the equivalent what he did to you on social media. He spit in your face. And so when a man take and do that, because social media is real. And so that's a man shooting his shot when he going liking a bunch of these pictures. He's shooting his shot. He trying to get her attention. He trying to let her know, hey, I see you. I'm on you. I'm watching you. Coming to an inbox near you. That's what a man is doing when he liking a bunch of woman pictures. So that's emotional cheating that he want to become physical cheating if he can make it get there. Millie, God bless you now. Pour out in her life. Thank you, Tony, for being a blessing in my life. You are helping me grow into the God-fearing woman I want to become. God bless you and your family. Hey, bless you, Millie. Bless you now. Yeah, Miriam, I want you to really get that point. Miss LC, God bless you now. I've been independent my entire adult life because my parents never cared about my path. I work hard as a single mom, pay my own bills, but keeping home intact is a challenge. Seem to turn my ex off. Why? Some men just looking for a woman that's gonna cater to them. Some men looking for a woman who was, raised to be very home-centered and domesticated and just focus on the man. He may grew up seeing that, to where a woman is not independent and she's more so dependent or codependent on her man, and she's just serving him hand and foot. 3 hots a day, 3 hot meals a day. SOD, what I call it, sex on a man. Okay. And that's just what she did. And so some men, they're looking for that. And so you come in independent, strong, focused, taking care of your child, and then you may not be able to really, be on top of the house like that because of what you're doing. Shakita Harris, God bless you. God bless you. Well, Cherish, if his mom was the same, then it's still the same thing. It could mean that he resented that. Or maybe he saw his mom resent that. Maybe he felt, neglected by his mom. And so that makes him not like when you do it. Or it may not have anything to do with your independence. I know a lot of times, what I notice, a lot of times women want to put their independence as the reason why their ex left. Sometimes it just was you. Sometimes he just ain't want to be with you. Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with your independence, with your codependence, with your dependence. It's just, he just fell out of the relationship. He just wasn't feeling it anymore. And then just, he saw this over here and intrigued by that, and curiosity killed the cat type thing. Black Diamond, God bless you. Yeah, you need a session, Black Diamond, because you popping in here with all these questions. You definitely need you a session now. You done paid for your session, all these questions now. Last question. God bless you now. Pour out in her life, Lord. When men take women to meet their parents, does that hold weight? If not, what's their reasoning? Um, it don't really hold weight in most cases. In most cases, unless he was raised very, very conservative by like Bible thumping parents or something. But typically, a family expects to meet multiple women as the young man is looking for his life partner. So a lot of times, women put more stock into that than it actually holds, and it don't mean a whole lot. Um, Even God bless you now. I exchanged numbers with a guy 2 months ago. We talk and chat on video for hours. Today he told me that I remind him of his mom, aunt, and first love all in one. Not sure what that meant. Your thoughts? It definitely a good thing. I mean, a good compliment he's trying to give you. He's trying to give you a compliment, but it is a little awkward. It is a little awkward, because on one side, if y'all all the way together, y'all get all the way together and get married and get intimate. On one side is incestual when you talking about you remind me of my mama and my aunt, and then on the other side it's kind of soul tie-ish when you remind me of my first love. So it's kind of like, can I be my own person? You know how some people say, I don't want to be the next Michael Jordan. I want to be the first Tony Gaskin. It's like in your case, it's like I don't want to be the next first love. I want to be the first me. So that is a little awkward there. Starfish, God bless you. What is a good way to capitalize on your gifts if you're very caring, big hearted, and want to see others believe in themselves? How to use strengths? That's like a life coach. That's like a life coach, consultant, accountability partner. Um, and a lot of times people don't realize, like, if you like to help others, then you could help others full time. Like I'm helping y'all, and while I'm helping you though, you blessing me. You bless me with a blessing, and so that's a financial blessing while I'm doing what I would do for free. Like I set up something like this, and this is what I did for free for years. But I've been doing what I'm doing right now. I've been doing this since 10th grade. Answering questions from women about men and from men about women. I've been doing this literally since 10th grade. And so on three-way calls, all that. And then this right here came about. So I say that to say, become a life coach. Take the life coach certification. Caramel Kisses, she posts TonyGastonAcademy.com in there with the coupon code. Then join mymentor.life and start serving. Gina, God bless you. Now, boyfriend insists he's in love with me. Actions align with that. Wants to marry me, but sometimes it feels more like he's obsessed with me. How can I tell if it's true love or just an obsession? It's gonna feel like that. That's what love gonna feel like. Let me grab this real quick. VC, God bless you. Does a guy catch feelings after being friends with benefits for over a year? Nope, he don't. No, he don't. Now back to the obsession. Now it's kind of like when you say obsession, do you really mean the true sense of the word? Like, does it feel like he just really in love with you, just really all the way there with you, or you mean like you waking up every morning and you opening your eyes and he like staring you in the face while you've been sleeping, and you say, wow, how are you already up? And he's like, I didn't go to sleep. I watched you all night. Now, if you mean like on a level like that, then okay, we got an issue. But if it's just like he always want to be around you, hang out, stuff like that, that could just truly just be in love. Beverly, God bless you. Now, my husband keeps coming by my apartment, and we are separated because he cheated on me for 5 years. How do I stop him? I had the boys in blue stand over there one night. I'll give him a fair warning. Like, listen, you come over here again, I'm finna put my RO on you. And if he try me again, I got to put that RO on him. And he come over there again, I got to have the boys in blue come on over there and take him to sit down for a night. And then I call his cousin or somebody to bail him out. But you got to let people know, like, I'm moving on with my life. I done gave you this chance. I'm moving on with my life. And, like, things really could go down if you show up over here and I done moved on with my life and got my new partner over here and you showing up knocking at the door. So what men will do is men will try to force the issue, force the issue, force the issue, and that's a lack of respect and that's a form of abuse, and you got to stop that without you getting out of character. So you don't have to get out of character to 911. Yes, hello. This is non-emergency, but could you send a patrol car over here? I have an unwanted guest that keeps popping up. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to get out of character. You go out there screaming, yelling, and all that. Now he got you out of character. Now he see that he still can press buttons. The only button I'm pressing is 3 buttons on that phone. Yes. Danielle, God bless you now. Thank you for your wisdom and really breaking down the game. The teddy bear video spoke to my soul, setting standards and working on loving myself. God bless you now. If you missed the video I did today, the teddy bear video, make sure you get to catch that. Kim, bless you. Talking to a guy who is getting out of a relationship, told me he wants me, but there are a few loose ends. Not sure what to do. I like him. Move on about your business. Because if he really liked you, he wouldn't have told you it's a few loose ends, and he wouldn't have told you he getting out of a relationship. He'd have closed that door in that relationship. He'd have come right in. He wouldn't tell you nothing about no loose ends. He don't like you. He wants you to be uncertain. He wants you to be on your toes. He wants you to be insecure. And he just going to kind of use you there and drag you there. And you're going to be a Band-Aid. Nicole Baker. God bless you now. Moved back in state last year. Dating a couple months and it's going well. He thinks highly of my family for good reason. How do I tell him it's my family, mom, bro, etc., without him viewing me different? Oh, he doesn't think highly of my family for good reason. Okay, how do I tell him it's my family, mom, bro, etc., without him viewing me different? You just tell him. You just tell him. If he views you different, then that's his problem, not yours. Latina, God bless you now. But you got to tell him that's his problem, because some men don't like your family because they want to isolate you from your family. Because see, if a man put you on an island away from your family who loves you, then your family can't hear your screams. So some men don't like your family just because of their own reasoning and have nothing to do with them. Now you say it for a good reason, but it's like, if your family giving him good reason not to like him, why is that? What is it about him that they don't like? Are they just doing it nasty and mean spirited just so you have to be single? I find that hard to believe. And if that is why they doing it, then you ought to be trying to get distance from your family because of their toxicity. So either it's an issue with him that's causing red flags in your family, or it's an issue with your family just trying to sabotage and keep you single. And then that means the issue is with you, because you need to be trying to get distance to teach them a lesson. Kenyatta, God bless you now. My ex and I are communicating again after 7 months, no contact. He's asking a lot of personal growth questions and venting, opening up to me about his issues. Should I put an end to this? I mean, you already in it now, so you got to ask yourself why you got in it. And then you got to ask yourself how long you going to be into it. So, it could be, if he coming back a new man, a changed man. Me and my wife in dating, we were apart 6 months. But the first time we had only been together 2 to 3 months. So now if y'all was together for years and now he done come back after 7 months of silence, then yeah, put an end to it, move on. But if y'all were just together for a little bit, he didn't really get to know you, you didn't really get to know him, and now he's come back 7 months later and he's a completely different person, it could be something there. But that's where you got to use your wisdom and discretion. Benta, God bless you. I couldn't wait to see here, or maybe be here. By the way, there's nothing that you have said in your videos that I haven't told my friends. You truly confirmed that I wasn't crazy, too hard on guys. I feel like I can be a coach. I'm Muslim. Hey, God bless you now for being here. God bless you now for being here on the Christian channel. And, interfaith coaching. Man, you ought to be a coach. Take the life coach certification and join us on my mentor.life. If you giving it out like that, giving the game out, hey, got to use the gift. Simone Roy, God bless you now. Pour out in your life. I don't know. I can't really see your picture, but I'm praying you blessed. Thank you for being a blessing to me and my daughter. God is using you to break generational curses. Blessings, sir. Hey, God bless you. Pour out in her life. Now I really appreciate y'all with them blessings. Now I feel like it was some I missed. Carrie 93, God bless you. Now I see you. Hold on, Sharice. Let me get you here. Hi Tony, is it wrong or bad to send someone a song in this time you haven't talked to in a while? It's uplifting. No ulterior motives. God bless you. Well, you got to ask yourself, do you want to open that door up? Are you opening a door that need to stay closed? If you're not opening a door that need to stay closed, Latina Jones, bless you now. Danielle, thank you for your wisdom and really breaking down the game. The teddy bear video spoke to my soul. Okay, I seen that one. Bless you, Danielle. Beverly, I saw that one. Nicole, y'all hold on now. Kim, keep moving. About your life. Okay, VC. Okay, I ain't really get the answer on that one too good. VC, does a guy catch feelings after being friends with benefits over a year? No, he don't. What you gotta look at that like, it's kind of like if you have a sports team, you know what I mean, and it's a player on the end of the bench who just kind of a role player. The team don't fall in love with the guy after a year and say, "Oh, I'm gonna make you the star." It'd be like, "No, we'll keep you on, keep playing your role, coming off that end of that bench, but you're not finna get in here and replace LeBron James." You see what I mean? So that's what you have to realize when you friends with benefits. You're a role player. You were coming off the bench, and so he's not gonna move you from a bench player to the star franchise player. A man who want to be with you, you never going to be friends with benefits. Elena C, God bless you. Now, if you sent a financial blessing up there to the top and I miss you, keep putting your question in there, because I'm trying to see, it was a lot of them yellow ones. I was trying to get to them all. Elena C, is it wrong for a man, blessing now, to be in a relationship for over 4 years with no kids, living together, known each other 6 years prior? He wants to start his own business to pass down to his nephews and nephews' kids. What happens if he marries? This is the thing. It's not wrong for what the man the man doing what whoever he with allowing him to do. I mean, that's just his personal choice. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to start a business and give it to your nephews. That's your family. You don't have kids. Obviously, if he get married, then that may change. He gonna put his kids before his nephews, but that might mean he have no intention of having his own kids and getting married. So it's the woman that's staying with him that's playing the fool. Because if she want to be married and she want to have kids and she done been with him for 4 years and been knowing him for 10, and he still ain't elevated her from roommate, shacking up mate to wife, that's on her. Because what he doing, ain't nothing wrong with him making that choice for his life. But if a person is in that situation and don't want that same thing, then that person has to make a choice for their life. He making his choice for his life. The woman he with, got to make a choice for her life and say, this ain't for me. I got to go, because I need to be with a man who want to get married and have his own children, instead of trying to start a business and create a legacy for his sister or his brother sons. So you see what I mean? So each of us got to make a decision for our life, and we can't get mad at somebody else for doing what they want to do for their life. And if that don't fit in our plans, then we got to get up and get going. 5 years, 2 years, 5 years year 2 left, was having miscarriage, said he didn't know what to do. Christmas came and said I should help with gifts for kids since he helps with mine. He wasn't working, then spend less time. Now did I mess up? Miss LC, you're gonna have to get you a coaching session, sister. Cause all that abbreviation. I tried to go to abbreviation university, but I did not do too well. You're gonna need a coaching session now, Miss LC. Kimberly, God bless you now. God bless you. Bless you. Now y'all hold on now. Let me make sure. Sharice, God bless you now for that additional blessing. Let me see. Let me see if I could get up here to these yellows just to make sure that I got everybody. Pat Beard, God bless you. Now I see you here in the chat. A man changes his IG private to public constantly. Amy Adams. Good to see him, Amy. Sonya, bless you, Sonya. See Sonya. Black Diamond. Yeah, see some of y'all, you in the chat, you putting a message in the chat. I don't know if that's a super chat or a sticker. I don't know. But I don't know. How do you completely let go when you cut the person completely off? Because okay, I answered that one. All right. I think I got them all. Kayla, God bless you. Now, I need to release Soul Tie. You have been such an inspiration for over a year. I'm wondering what is the first priority for really releasing a soul tie? You got to take the course. Take the soul tie course. It's only $5. I made it $5, but I go through all the steps in there. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you're gonna have to cut all ties. You're gonna have to cut all ties. It's a whole process. I think I got a video on it too, but it's so long, it's so in depth. I can't really go into it here because I'll be cheating you. Natasha Oliveira, God bless you. Tony, do you encourage online dating now that this here is here? Okay, the 19. No, because that ain't changing online dating. It's still gonna be a hot mess. Still gonna be a mess on there. It actually probably gonna increase the desperation of the people on there. And then other than that, it's like you meet somebody online, they just gonna want to meet you in person and cough in your face with the 19 anyway. So the world's starting to open back up now. So you ain't got too much longer for you could step out with your face mask and meet somebody with your eyes and eyebrows, blanking. Just make sure your eyebrows and your lashes, on fleek, and you'll attract somebody. But don't get on that line though. Don't get on that line. And you got to remember, it's people traditional who have traditional wear that have all this covered up and just their eyes open and they be meeting love. So going out there with your mask on and meet love. But don't get on that line. I'm trying to tell you now. Crystal, the dancer, God bless you. Now the dancer, okay, the like ballet and stuff. I met a guy that's 30 and have everything: good job, car, no kids, and a house. I'm 31 and had to move back with my mom to save up for a car. I feel less than a woman because I'm not on his level. Am I wrong? You're not wrong for how you feeling, but what you got to understand, hey, Kimberly Charlton, God bless you now, but what you got to understand is he may not be judging you like you judging you. Okay, so understand that because a lot of men, most men they're looking to provide, like they expect. That's why you hear guys say all the time, I need to be financially stable before I get married. It's some truth to that statement. Some men use it as an excuse, but deep down, a man want to be able to provide. Like I don't want my woman, my wife, to have to go on somebody else's job, work for somebody unless she want to, unless that is her career choice. But I want her to be able to be home, be full time with our kids if she want to be working our businesses, and not go punch somebody else clock and be on their schedule and job scared. So a man is not really judging a woman the same way a woman may judge a man if the man living with his mama. Because a lot of women want a provider man, a man that can provide him. He living off of his mama so he could get his money together. A woman may be more quick to judge him than a man will be a real man to judge you. La, God bless you now. I really want to take your course, especially with the much appreciated discount you offer. However, I'm studying other courses at the moment. Okay, now that ATM stand for at the moment. If that stand for at the moment, woo, I really think that abbreviation university. Now how that hit me? ATM at the moment. I need to spend some time with that. That felt good to get that because I was like, ATM, you got to go to the ATM. And in preparation of launching an online boutique in a few weeks, seeking advice on what to do, please. If you're getting ready to launch an online boutique, that means you got a little business money. So I would say sign up for you a consultation so that you can cross your T's and dot your I's. And we got business consultants, brand coaches on mymentor.life. But just do one thing at a time, So you doing the online boutique, you passionate about that, just go ahead and do that, And then once you get that and it got legs and it's running and you got your system in place, then you could take the life coach certification because it's going to be other people that want you to coach them on how to build their brand, how to start their online boutique. So understand that right there. And so the money that you spend when you invest in yourself and you do something, anything you do, you could teach somebody else how to do it. So if it costs you $1,000 to start your online boutique, you're going to make 10 times that teaching other people how to do it because they're going to want to start their online boutique and they'll pay you $100 an hour or whatever per hour for you to teach them so that they don't make the mistakes that you made while you were learning. So that's how that works. Every single person could be a mentor. There's people who work in corporate full time and they on mymentor.life coaching clients on their off days just from their expertise. If they climb the ladder in corporate America, then they are a career coach on mymentor.life helping other people climb the ladder. So understand that. Lex LeCompte, been dating a man 6 weeks. Says he doesn't want a relationship right now. Is it too soon to ask for a relationship after 6 weeks? Should we keep dating? No, because what you got to realize is the time period that you with a man is to see if he want a relationship is around 3 months. So if he volunteered to say, I don't want a relationship, then that means he don't want to be with you. He wouldn't tell you that. New day to see, God bless you now. He wouldn't tell you that. So, and if you ask him, that mean that to him, that'll make it look like you need some Gatorade because you're thirsty. And so that's going to be a turnoff. So if you pop that question 6 weeks in, he probably like, whoa, hold on now. Hold on. Give me some time to get to know you. Like, what's your middle name? Just met you. You see what I mean? So if you pop that question, that's a red flag to him. If he just volunteered that information, that's a red flag to you, and you need to go and get gone. Because he telling you, I don't want a relationship. So what that means in Manglish is, you're not my wife. I don't want to be with you. But if you stick around, I'm going to put you on your bike. And then you're going to be friends with benefits. And really not friends, frenemies with benefits. Javaris Ross, God bless you. Now, hello, Mr. Gaston's been talking with this girl for months and have made it official. I slowed it down because of me not converting to her beliefs as fast as I should have. How can I win her back? Well, you're going to have to go and convert to them beliefs now. When you say beliefs now, if you talking about religious beliefs, then, and you strong in your religious belief, then go on about your business. If you talk about beliefs and you mean foundational beliefs and you strong in your foundational beliefs, like you don't want kids or you don't want this or that, and it's foundational, then go on about your business. Don't go winning her back just out of ego, just to get her, just to say you won. Because if y'all was on two different pages and y'all were unequally yoked, that probably means y'all not supposed to be together. because you wouldn't have to convert to somebody's beliefs that's for you. So if you got to convert to somebody's beliefs, whatever kind of beliefs that is, then that person may not be for you. Tomorrow, God bless you. I am bored at work and want to change careers to a role that better utilize my skills. What advice do you have to combat fear of rejection? Well, you got to build while you there. You balance the dream with the job until the dream becomes the job. So you don't have to worry about rejection when you keep your security, you keep your job, and then you tiptoe and you do some other things, and then you don't have to just take no blind leap. You'll see a bridge built. You'll see a bridge built, and then you'll be able to walk across. I balance doing this right here, what I'm doing, with working 40 hours a week on a job that I really didn't care for. And then after balancing that for almost 4 years, 4 to 5 years, then I saw my opportunity. Boom. Met somebody, old friend from high school, and say, hey, want to invest in you. I'm gonna give you your year's salary to leave your job. Give you a year's salary, give you that year to get on your feet. And you give me X amount of percent of your company that you publish your books through, and do your speaking engagements through, and all of that. I was worth $0, and this friend came and just wanted to invest in me. So that gave me 1 year. I was only making 20,000 a year, but that gave me a year to focus. Boom. So your bridge will come. Either you'll build up your savings, you might get a credit card, you build up your credit, you might get a card that's $25,000 limit to where this your loan. You got interest on it, but you loan it to yourself, and you building credit at the same time. You see what I mean? Like, something gonna happen, and can't nobody judge you for that. Motive mindset, God bless you. If a guy asks you if you want kids, does that mean anything? Yeah, it mean everything. It mean everything. Because if he do or don't want them, that answer to his question mean everything to him. Tila, God bless you. Now, if coaching expertises I specialize in aren't on my mentor list, do I have to just choose what's listed, or could I ask for specifics? I emailed the info mailbox but haven't received a response. Would like to get on the site ASAP. Email again. They get inundated with emails, and it could have went to the junk mail, depending on where you emailing from, or your system. So email again. We pretty much got about everything on there we can have on there. Some of the stuff we can't add if it increases liability on mymentor.life. So you probably may have to pick something that's on there if what you're dealing with deals with any type of tricky areas, abuse and medical stuff, health and all of that, and stuff where you touching on that stuff and it's going into depression or medical issues or anything like that. But if it's something kind of generic to where it has nothing to do with diagnosing or prescribing, then you may be able to get away with it. But when you email in, when they get it, they'll send it to me, and I'll tell them yes or no if we could add it or not. Because it's only for life coaches, okay? Crystal Bell, God bless you. Hi, Tony. I want love, but I'm scared. Any feedback on this? You don't want love. That means you don't want love. Erica McLeod, God bless you now. You don't want love because love and fear don't mix. When you really want love, that means that you will have done the work. That means that you'll have watched the videos, you have read the books, you have healed, you have worked on yourself, and that's going to produce confidence. When you operating from fear, you have fear because you haven't learned what you need to learn about love and relationships. So it's kind of like NRN. I see your question. I'm gonna get you right here in a minute. It's kind of like if you getting ready for a test. If you've been studying an hour, 2 hours every day, all week, and that test on Friday, you're not gonna have fear because you've been studying and you know it like the back of your hand. If you have not been studying and you only got to study one day, you're gonna be fearful when it comes time to that test because you know you're not prepared. Same thing with love. When you really are immersed in these teachings and you really learning from different qualified sources, you're gonna get so much knowledge and wisdom. It's gonna build confidence, and you're not gonna fear the dating scene. And I see people put that in the comments. They say, "I can't wait till my next relationship. I done learned all this. I'm finna be so ready." That's the point you got to get to. NRN, honestly, what is your thoughts on women dating younger men? Well, I always tell people to think about it like this. You could go into a kindergarten classroom and see how a 5-year-old boy talk and how a 5-year-old girl talk. That little boy, he might be like, "Hi, yeah, like I was saying, so, but yeah, so I was trying to color with the crayon, and then the crayon, the 5-year-old boy might talk like that. The 5-year-old girl, you talk to her, "Hi, how are you? My name is Chloe, and this is a beautiful polka dot ensemble that my mom picked for me. Are you Tatum's dad?" So you see what I'm saying? So it shows you the difference in the maturity of the female and the male. And that kind of goes into life to where you will see a man in his 40s still acting a fool, still in the club, still, doing this stuff. And you like, bro, you 40. Whereas you look at a woman and she probably like, oh, in the club yawning at 30. You see what I mean? 30, 32 definitely. She like, oh. And so when a woman date a younger man, it's kind of like trying to teach your little brother the game. It's kind of like raising a teenage son. So you got to be very careful with that, especially if it go beyond 3 years younger than you. Joe Misha, God bless you. Now I'm 20, so the guys I encounter in my age range don't seem very mature. See what Joe Misha just said? She just piggybacked right off what I was just saying. She ain't even know. Is maturity something that they'll grow into, or should I keep it moving? Keep it moving unless you meet a man who is mature. There are special men. I got married when I was 23. I was moving on a different level, but my wife actually was 2 years younger than me. My wife 2 years younger than me. So it was like she felt like my age. You see what I'm saying? And she was 2 years younger than me. So that's the difference between men and women. And so, but here's the thing, at 20, my wife was 20 when we got married. You feel me? So, so really that make her like 2.5 years younger than me. But so a woman, you could be mature and at that point, but a man at 20, you really need to be focused on your paper. Focus on and when I say paper, that could be college degree, certificate, and your money. All of the above. Motive mindset, God bless you. We are currently friends, but he asked me if I wanted kids. But I was wondering if he was thinking of seeing me as a wife because of that question. If y'all friends, he don't want you. Because a man ain't gonna be friends with a woman that he see as a wife. Again, you don't go from the bench player to LeBron James. LeBron James came in LeBron James. So LeBron James, he's starting from the first day he stepped in the league. You see what I'm saying? LeBron James was never Lou Williams, 6 man of the year. So that's what you got to understand in a relationship. When a man see a woman and he sees wife potential, he's not going to put you in the friend zone. He putting you in the wife zone, wife in preparation zone. So when you say we friends, you there for potential friend with benefits. And you could be a baby mama because he may want multiple baby mamas, because he may want to feel like a king of the old days, to have multiple women and concubines. You see what I mean? So, and now, yes, there are exceptions to the rule, but that's how people get hurt trying to be an exception to the rule. So understand that right there. Now, I know that's hard to hear, but that's the blood raw truth. Drill 55, God bless you. Thank you for all you do, Tony, and bless the queen for allowing you to do so. Hey, God bless you. I really been Mother's Day coming up there week. Got my wife some great gifts for Mother's Day, some great plans, because I'm like, man, she let me come on here and do these lives a few times a week. And We'll do our date earlier. We did our bike ride today. I'm still smelling like outside, and had our dinner or whatnot, and was watching our Netflix, and she let me come in here and do this live. Man, she really be supporting. Let me see. I sent a prayer text to both my kids' fathers and asked for God's protection and for them to be better fathers. They both question, why did I pray for them? And they know I have a relationship with God. Why? Well, they kind of really what they saying is, why you sending me these prayers? Like, say your prayer to God and keep that between you and God. Don't send me your prayer to slap me in your face, slap me in my face with your prayer. You know, like a Pharisee on standing on the corner praying. That's really what they mean in Manglish. Like, keep your prayers between you and God, because when you send me your prayers, now it's like you trying to manipulate me with religion or with a prayer. Like it's kind of like at the Thanksgiving dinner, where the person be praying and they be like, Lord, and help certain people to realize how blessed and favored they are to have family that deals with them and puts up with them. Not anyone in this house, but Lord, you know who needs that on this day of Thanksgiving. So they looking at it like that, like you trying to use that to manipulate. Let me see now. What does it mean when a man seems nervous to talk to you, give you eye contact, or approach you? I have a feeling that this man at my job wants to pursue me, but our connection feels stagnant. That means he's taken. That means that he is taken and he's battling and he's fighting with the urge to cheat on his woman. So you may be attractive to him, but he's taken. Because what you got to realize, the one thing that's going to give a man courage is when he see a woman that he wants. And if he is available, emotionally available and physically available, he going to approach you. If he got to be sweating, shaking, stuttering, he going to approach you. When a man keep making eye contact, looking at you, but he not approaching you, that's because he's at war in his mind, like, to cheat or not to cheat, to cheat or not to cheat. Oh, I want to cheat. Oh, he got to catch himself. Oh, I want to cheat. Oh, got to catch himself. And so that's what he going through. And men go through that a lot. But a lot of times as a woman, you don't have a clue that he got a little situation already. Courtney, God bless you. Hello, Tony. Do you believe the idea of women waiting for God to send her husband, or do you believe that a woman plays an active part in being found by her husband? What is her part? Thank you and love your video. That's a loaded question right there now. Let me see this $4.99 for it disappear on me, because it's gonna leave. Hold on, I'm gonna get right back to you. Dating for a year. Miss K Johnson, God bless you. Now he's an ex-hustler, starting to see some old patterns because he's feeling money isn't enough. I make more. He's a grown man and a good man. Help. Well, he might not be grown and good if he's showing you old patterns. So if he's trying to go back to hustling, he's trying to get back into some stuff, that's a huge red flag. And y'all a year in, so this to do or not to do. So you either make a move or not. Courtney, back to your question. Faith without works is dead. So that's what the Bible say. So what that means is a woman who's sitting in her house praying to God, saying, Lord, please send my husband. Please send my husband. Lord, please. Lord, I'm ready for my husband. I'm ready for my husband. But she's not taking care of herself. She's not preparing herself. And she just sitting at home and she's expecting that man to walk up to the doorbell, ring the doorbell. Ding dong. Oh, yes, God sent me. I'm here to make you my wife. You see what I'm saying? That's never going to happen. Or she going out and she speed walking. She on her phone. She's not in expectation. So you remember Ruth in the Bible when Naomi was trying to tell her that, hey, you got to move on with your life now, meet you a man. Ruth was in the field working. So she was in the field of Boaz working. And when Boaz pulled up, Boaz said, who is that? hey, that's Ruth. And then his homeboy put him on and say, hey, that's Ruth. He said, hey, okay, boom. I got it. What's going on? Hey, Jeffrey, come here. Let me holler at you. Hey, she walking behind you. Drop some weed on the ground so she could get her something. Hey, Mark, come here. Let me holler at you. Hey, keep an eye on her. Don't let nobody else holler at her. I'm finna see what's going on. Then he went and he started checking. So guess what? She was out and about. Then Naomi said, listen, according to tradition, you need to go lay at his feet. Now, today, that's not our tradition. You go lay at his feet, you're going to get flipped over. You hear me? But back then, Ruth was able to go lay at his feet. And then he said, oh, okay, so you available. All right. Let me go down here and check and see what I got to do. What's what? Went down there. Hey, you want her? Because you in line for her. You the next of kin. He said, no, I'm good. Because she not finna get half of my stuff. I'm good. I already got me a little thing at the house. So then Boaz said, okay, cool. All right, you out the way. Sign this here paper. Let all the witnesses see it. Hey, she mine. So Ruth, come on, baby. Got you. Let's go. And so Ruth was active. She was out. She was working. She was about. She was what I call prepared and positioned. And that's what happened is as a lot of women, they say they prepared, but they don't get positioned. You got to walk around in expectation. Your head got to be up. You can't be on your phone. You got to be walking normal speed to where some women walk so fast, a man got to pull a hamstring to catch up to her. By the time he get up to her, he out of breath and he done pulled his hamstring from when he played in college. And so you have to be in expectation and you're going to meet your husband. Brittany Johnson, God bless you now. Second day. Now I saw somebody else question disappear. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. Brittany Johnson, second day, no contact. He called today. I didn't answer. Never not answered before. What is he thinking? He thinking you playing mind games. Because he know you sitting by the phone looking at it. And now he watching this live and he see you on here asking questions. So he's, oh, that's what she was. Got something for her. I'm going to see what she do now after I don't call her for another 7 days. So you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this. You played your hand wrong because you really haven't been in my videos that long and deep enough. But you played your hand wrong. When a man go no contact for a day or two, when he call you, if you want something with him, if you want to be with him, then you answer the phone and you check him on going absent. When you return that energy and you don't answer, now you playing mind games. And when you play mind games, everybody loses. But when you answer that phone and say, hey, where you been for the last 2 days? You know, where you been for the last 2 days? And he's like, oh, you know, da 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 da. And then you like, listen, this ain't gonna fly. Because if you trying to deal with me, then you got to deal with me. Ain't no breaks in relationships. And I'm not just gonna be sitting on hold while you going and, you know, tricking off, doing what you want to do. And you check them just like that. Of course, not with my accent, because my accent may come off a little more, you know, abrasive. You do it in your accent. So listen, you know, I'm just really not with the games at this stage of my life. And if you are looking for something serious, you see what I'm saying? You do it in your accent, it's going to come off a little better. I don't date men, so it would sound a little awkward in my voice. Beverly, God bless you. Now, I need to stop my husband from coming to my apartment. I left him because he cheated on me for 5 years. Now, Beverly, you must have got a phone call when I answered your question the first time, Beverly. So, Beverly, let's everybody make sure Beverly listen. Beverly, are you listening? Beverly, can you hear me? Okay, Beverly, can you hear me? Testing. Now, listen, with your husband keep coming to your place, what you got to realize is that you got to move on with your life. So you got to send him a very real message. This your ex-husband. You know how he moves. So you know what you got to say and what tone you got to say it in for him to take you serious. And if no matter how you say it, he won't take you serious, then you got to call them boys in blue. Like I said earlier. Yes, this is non-emergency, but could you send a patrol car over here? Someone is at my door, continues to knock. Yes, thank you very. I'm not in danger, but please, could you just protect and serve as you're paid for by the taxes? Okay, thank you. Just like that, and that's after you done let him know. in a very real way after you done let them know. I am that girl. God bless you now. God bless you. What do you think? Now, let me see how much longer I got. Hey, I'm finna get ready to go, okay? I done asked too many questions. I'm gonna ask these questions in a real fast clip. I normally do 90 minutes, but hey, I'm about to get ready to go on y'all now. What do you think about a man that made his mom cry because he feels entitled? That made his mom cry because he feels entitled. Well, if he disrespected his mom, meaning if he dishonored her, then he got to answer to God. The Bible say, honor thy mother and father, and your days will be long upon this earth. Now, you disrespecting your mama and father, then your days gonna be short upon this earth. Now, if mama just seeing it like he felt entitled, and mama and her feelings misreading the situation, I done cut my TV on over here playing with my remote, then it comes down to perception. But because sometimes a person could just be sensitive to some real talk. Like I may tell my mama, the Bible said a husband will forsake his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Understand that my wife come before anybody. Mama, I love you, but you raised me to be a man, and when a man gets married, my wife comes first. The Bible tells me to love my wife as Christ loved the church. So if I can't answer your call because I'm tending to my wife, then don't get in your feelings about that. You got to understand the hierarchy and the way things go right now. Because you healthy and you able-bodied, you not in no dire need. So that could hurt somebody mama feelings and she could start crying. Mama could say, oh, he felt entitled. But no, he following the law. You see what I mean? Of what he called and ordered to do by God. So it's also subjective. But if he disrespected her, cursed at her, yelled at her, and, dishonored her, now he got to pay for that by the Lord. Is it possible to create a new category for military on my mentor? I am former Navy and would love to reach out to our vets. Yeah, military would be good, but now I would imagine people in the military see my mentor.life because I got several clients in the military. So you may actually be a better coach for them than me because I've never been in the military. So yeah, we could add military. So like what we can't add would be like mental breakdown. What we can't add for life coaches on my mentor.life is like PTSD. You see what I mean? We can't add stuff that's dealing with, the mental, like depression, all that, abuse, all that. But what you're talking about, yes, military, that could be added. So email info@mymentor.life when you're ready to sign up. And we can add military coach. What kind of relationship should I expect from a man who was abandoned by his mother? You can't really, I can't really give you an expectation because remember, it's two ends of the spectrum. So one man, he may resent women and be like, bop, bop, bop. You see what I mean? And then the other man, he may be like super ready for a woman because he's yearning for a connection with a woman because he didn't have that from his mother. So you just got to go in wide-eyed and just open eye, open ear, paying attention, looking for the signs, and being sensitive to the spirit so that you can feel if something off so that you catch it. And you'll catch it within the first 3 months, 6 months, definitely. Semi-sweet, God bless you now. Guy at job flirts heavy for 6 months. We finally exchanged numbers and social media. Saw girlfriend on his IG. Confronted him that he's a cheater. Is that ego or point he is proving? Confronted him that he's a cheater. I don't understand by you mean a point he proving or ego. He's just a cheater. He's just a cheater. And see, that speaks to what I said earlier with the other young lady who asked about the guy on her job who keep looking at her and she feeling something, but he's not approaching her. That's because he in a relationship. Just like this guy right here took 6 months to shoot his shot because a guy always got that little devil and he got that little angel. And the little devil say, man, come on now, shoot your shot, man. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little friend on the side. Then the angel here like, listen, you need to be faithful now. What goes around comes around. So be faithful. Your woman is faithful. She loves you. She's counting on you. And it just depends on which one he listening to. If he listening to motivational YouTube videos, he gonna listen to the angel. If he listening to old trap music, he gonna listen to the devil. You see what I mean? So that's all it is. So it's good you confront him. Now you got to cut him off completely. And that Solomon, God bless you now. What does it mean when a guy looks at you googly-eyed every time you're together? Seems distant sometimes when apart, when he starts really missing me. We are 3 hours apart. This sounds like a bunch of nothing. Sometimes guys just do things that don't really make sense. A man looking at you googly eyed, that's on purpose. He's looking at you googly eyed because he knows you calculating it. And so a man does that on purpose because men are masters of the poker face. That's why you see some of the greatest poker players in the world are men. Men are masters at the poker face, at looking at you and not letting you know what we thinking. And so when a man looking at you googly eyed, that's very intentional. When y'all 3 hours apart and he gets distant, that's because he entertaining something else. It could let's hope it's a video game and not another woman. But a man is not gonna be distant when he missing you, because 3 hours ain't nothing for a man. 3 hours ain't nothing. I drive 2 hours just to get to the NBA basketball game. You see what I'm saying? So I'm driving 4 hours just to go to the NBA basketball game with my wife. You feel me? So 3 hours, because this right here, what a woman got, just the desire, just the pursuit of it will make a man go to the moon and back. That's why the first astronaut landed on the moon, so that he could brag about it to his woman. He ain't go for no giant step for men, small step for mankind, all of that. He went to come back and be able to, hey, yeah, I'm the first astronaut on the moon, don't you? Oh, come here, baby. You want to? Hey, let me tell you what that moon was like. Okay, now first, this is what happened. That's all he was doing. So what you got to realize, if a man 3 hours away from you and he get distant, that's because he preoccupied. But see, women, y'all are fantasizers. So you'll come up with a narrative. Your brain will give you a narrative that say, "Whoo, he look at me googly-eyed when he with me. Whoo, and then when we apart and he starts to really missing me, he gets distant." That don't even make sense, because think about it. When a person really missing you, they gonna be calling you all the time. They gonna be wanting to FaceTime you. They gonna be kiss me through the phone. You see what I'm saying? They gonna be sending you YouTube videos of songs, lyric sheets. So that's why you gotta think about what you're thinking about. Let me see now. I got these spotlights in my eyes. Y'all got to forgive me now. Spotlight draining me. Real lady, God bless you now. This love gift is just because I'm on my way. I'm ordering my birthday book ASAP, and once my hoodie arrives, once my hoodie, maybe you meant hoodie, arrives, every time I write on Sundays, I will put my white hoodie on for extra inspiration. Okay, you ordered a hoodie. Okay, God bless you. Ordered one of the hoodies. That's under the video. Hey, God bless you now. Leela J. And y'all got to forgive Teespring for that. Sometimes they ink be kind of light. I be wearing them Teespring shirts and that ink. So understand that come from Teespring. I don't make them shirts. Okay, Teespring make them shirts. And with this here situation, they probably trying to save ink. So they just be putting they be doing like this on the shirt instead of putting it through the printer. Because I get some of them Teespring shirts and I be like, I can't even see the word on here. So y'all please don't hold that against me, and my brand. That Teespring make them t-shirts, and that YouTube went and partnered with them. So please understand that. Leela J, God bless you. Been dating a guy for 1 year. A guy for 1 year for now. He only put me on my bike once. Still hasn't made it official. Should I give him more time? No. Got to go. You need to give him a 2 week notice. What you need to give him. That's all the time you need to give him is a 2 week notice. Because listen now, it's been 12 months. Remember, 12 months, by the end of that 12 months, it's time to, you in or out. Step up in my life or step out of my life. You in or out that 12 months. And he done test drove you. So you done let him test drive the Lambo. For those of y'all who don't know what she mean when she put me on my bike, she talking about back, but I pronounce it bike. I'm saying back, but I guess it sounds like bike to y'all because you're not from where I'm from. So I be saying on your bike. And so for the people who may be new here, she talking about they only slept together one time. So you done let them test drive the Lambo, and it taking him a year to decide if he wanna pay for the Lambo and drive it on off the lot. So got to go. Got to go. Real lady 228. Hey, bless you for that blessing you sent. Bless you for that blessing you sent now. Scottisha. Hey, God bless you now. And I wonder if your daddy named Scott. Cause that I'm very curious if know if he did you like that. Scottisha. Cause I be meeting Georginas and Larry Ishas and stuff like that. That's a beautiful name. But if his name's Scott, I'm very interested to know about that. Why did he bring me home to his wife? Even asked permission from his wife to be friends with me. She said yes, but I cut the relationship off after much prayer and soul searching. No judgment, only 30. That is beyond me. You look that good, Scottisha. You must look that good to him. I really can't see a man doing that unless he got a soul tie with his wife and he feel like his wife is his soul tie that he cannot leave. But this other woman looks so good that he got to be like, baby, can I be her friend? And so I really don't know what that was about. Cause me personally, I ain't bringing now woman in my house talking about, baby, can this be my friend? It'll be the last day on earth before I ask that. So that right there is beyond me. But you did the right thing by cutting it off, because that's just a little awkward. That's a little awkward there. But yeah, it sounded like that was for the setup. Maybe him and her knew what friend mean. And maybe you was finna be in like the movie Get Out. Where they were finna have you in there, part of that there. So friend might mean something different to them. What advice do you give to a single mom having a hard time letting go of baby daddy? He cut me off. I love him and I'm sad. Son won't grow with him. Plans to move out of state. You probably gonna need coaching. And being a single mom, it's coaches on mymentor.life. That's $25 an hour. But it really just gonna be a process. So you do the same thing that you learn in the Soul Ties course and the When to Let Go course. You go through the same process, but just being that you have a child with him, it could take longer, and it just may be in a more intense or a more painful process. But you do the same process as if you was breaking up with a boyfriend. You cut all ties. Your only conversation is about y'all son and not about anything else. Not what you doing, how you doing, who you dating, where you going, where you was, what's up next. None of that. Little Johnny is doing good. Here's his letter from school. He has a play coming up. This and that. All about little Johnny. Nothing else. So you cut all ties and then you get new knowledge. And that's going to build your confidence and that's going to help you heal your heart. Brianna, God bless you now. Question, I'm on the dating scene now. I am a news anchor and feel like I intimidate most men. On the other hand, some only want arm candy. Any advice? Well, I tell you this. Um, well, if a man ain't ready, he really don't want you to end up on the news doing a dating segment talking about him. Ah, yes, we are live at Fox News 5, and we have a dog on the loose. You see what I mean? So he might just be thinking like you so connected in the city, and it could be some insecurity in that sense to where he doesn't feel like he could fit in your circle and go shake Bob hand at the news station and things of that nature. But on average, I'll be honest with you, men are not really intimidated by women. I'll be honest with you, men are not really intimidated by women. It's more so, and women aren't really intimidated by men. You know, because we created to relate, we created to connect. So typically, what it is with a man is it's just something that he's looking for, or he's not mature or in that place. And it's also, what you're thinking about. Oh wow. She said I work for Fox 55. I seen that right before Caramel Kiss got you on up out of there. Now, y'all don't get upset when you see them comments get deleted. We just trying to keep this here chat clear. I told my wife, I said, man, I'm gonna try to do 60 minutes, and she always look at me like, mm-hmm. But y'all, yeah, the questions still be flying, so I'm trying to. Now the max I got 14 more minutes on here now, and I got to get on out of Dodge. If a man you are just getting to know texts you every day, but doesn't call you every day, is that a red flag? Okay, I think, yeah. So you new here. God bless you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. But absolutely, that's a red flag. You cannot build a relationship on text message. You got to be able to talk. You got to be able to hear that voice inflection. You got to be able to hear if the person stuttering, if the person lying. You can't build a relationship on text message. Text message is not real communication. So if you dating a man and the man only texting you, he don't want you. That means he's juggling you with other women. Because a man who wants you, he want to hear your voice. He want to hear how you sound. He want to be listening to your voice so he could let your voice play in his head while he's sleeping. He want to fall in love with the sound of your voice. A man who really, really, really wants you gonna put you on FaceTime. You see what I mean? So he gonna have you on FaceTime and want to talk to you, looking you in your eyes, even with your bonnet on or what have you. Wild flavors and Etsy. God bless you now. That sounds a little exotic. Why do men play on women when they are down after exits a toxic relationship? He got me on my back, then ghosts. Cut it off, but feels like I watch social account from different profiles, any videos on players. Well, I tell you what, with the way you putting your question is, you saying why do men play on women after she done come out of toxic relationship, but the onus is on you to heal. See, I wrote him a book, Mrs. Right, I ain't got it in here with me, that you gotta heal before you deal. So what that means is you played yourself. See, if I come up to you and I say, hey, can you answer my emails for me for 100,000 a year? You're not gonna say, absolutely not, Tony. I can only do that for 12,000 a year. I will not accept 100,000 from you to answer emails. Humans gonna take whatever you willing to give. So if you come out of toxic relationship and you willing to go into a situationship and get on your back, he gonna let you do every somersault, flip and toss that you want to do. He not gonna say, hey, listen, you just came out of a toxic relationship. I don't want to sleep with you. Please, please put your clothes on. Get back up. Get back up. Please, please. He's not gonna do that. He gonna say, okay, thank you. All right, here we go. He finna dive in there, face first. And so that's what you gotta understand is that each of us gotta accept our responsibility for our actions. He ain't do nothing to you. You did it to yourself. Now, if he did something to you, meaning he took that from you, now he's in the wrong. Now he going to jail. But if you willingly, consensually went into this knowing that you hurt him, knowing that you haven't healed as an adult, that's on you. And that's sometimes hard to hear, but we got to hear it. Wavy Black Queen, God bless you now. We all like that one way or another, but why is it so important to a man? He will sabotage a good woman and cheat when he could have just stayed single. Now that's the question of the ages. That's the question of the ages. And to be honest with you, explaining that question to a woman would be futile. I don't even know what futile mean, but that sound good right there. So we're gonna make that mean something tonight. But women just never understand that answer, to be honest with you, because men don't understand it. It's just something that men do. And so, and me, I try to explain it and explain to y'all about the call of a man to replenish and be fruitful, and that urge and that tick that's in a man that's making him go. But it makes no sense to a woman, because when a woman meet a man, she could turn off that reproductive desire to just be with whoever. But men, it takes really him being renewed, by God. That's how I changed. I was renewed. My spirit was renewed, and I tapped into my purpose. And I tapped in, not just my purpose, I tapped into my God-given purpose. So that's what gives me the strength and the courage and the confidence to live a righteous lifestyle. Had it not been for me tapping into my God-given purpose, I'd be still be out here, dog. But a man has to tap into that God-given purpose, something that's bigger than him. Lynn W., God bless you. Just a small blessing for your video today. Ladies, please take time to listen to Tony's daily video. You will be healed. Hey, God bless you. Now, I so appreciate that. Miss Diatra, bless you now. I'm a new evangelist, and I'm considering becoming a coach for women. How do you establish trust with clients and get started when you're new to coaching? For help with marketing, you could join my mentor.life, and you establish trust by what you give. So if a person wondering if I could be their life coach, they could go online and read my quotes. They can see my videos, and that builds a rapport. And they hear enough from me that they say, okay, I see what he's rocking with. On my mentor.life, we got a blog section. So you could write a blog every day or 3 times a week, and to where when a person finds your profile, they could read your mindset and see where your heart's at and see where you're speaking from. Then you also build trust by starting at a low price point. So if you come in at $25 an hour, now you starting there, improving yourself. And then the more clients you get, the more demand, you can start to raise your rate to be able to manage it. That's why my rate is at $275 now, which is still less than half of my market value, but it's at $275 because I've been coaching for 13 years. So I have to build it as I go. See, so that's how you build trust, by what you give. Juicy Vic, God bless you now. Husband seemed to want me back. He tried to hook up with me during the drop-off of our son, told him to change. Now acting like he is too good. Games. He has our pics on Facebook. Yeah, y'all pics on Facebook for everybody else, but not for y'all. And the reason how he acting too good is he really don't want you, and he don't want to change. He just trying to sleep with you to see if he still, that was out of ego, to see if he still got control in your life. So you just got to stand your ground, keep doing what you're doing, and realize that that's not what he wants. He don't want y'all. So just keep your legs closed, keep your eyes open, and just keep going about your business. W. Babe, God bless you now. If a guy friend asks me how I would like to be courted, can I tell him that after 90 days of consistency, I expect a relationship? Can I tell him that after 90 days of consistency, I expect a relationship, and after 12 to 18 months, I expect a proposal? Um, the first thing you said that was wrong to me is a guy friend. Okay, you really don't do this with guy friends. It need to be a guy you dating. If it's a guy friend, then he need to go ahead and make up his mind. Do you want to be a friend or you want to be a boyfriend? Now, number two is a man shouldn't ask you how you want to be courted because that's common sense. That's innate. You know, when you go to the kindergarten classroom, these little boys know how to deal with these little girls. They come up, hey, here's my new dinosaur. Do you want to play with it? And then they sit there and he put an arm around and they playing with his dinosaur. Yeah, that's innate. He already know what to do. But see, when a man don't really want you, he'll ask you how you want to be courted because he gonna do it the way you tell him. So when you read a man your script, he gonna play the role. He gonna be Denzel in it, and he want an Oscar. And then when he play it to the T, and he Denzel in that script, and then he don't get what he thought he was coming for, he gonna flip the script, be ready to cuss you out, and be like, "Listen, I did exactly what you said you wanted, and you're still talking about you're celibate. You don't even know what celibate is because you're saying it wrong. It's celibate. And that is a priest. You're abstinent. That's why I'm sick and tired of you." And so he gonna hit you with that, and you're gonna be like, wow, what's going on? Because he never wanted you, but he wanna get you from friends to friends with benefits. That's what you got to understand. Scott Tisha, God bless you. Now Scott Tisha came back. Scott daughter, God bless you. How do I publish my book? Who the Sun Sets Free. It's my autobiography. It will help many women who have been through a lot of stuff. Any advice, welcome. Right now, the Birth Your Book program is 50% off. I took it from $100 to $50 for the situation we in because people at home. So make sure you visit TonyGaston'sAcademy.com. And the reason why I say that is just because that's an hour long worth of talking, and I don't want to say the wrong thing and mislead you. And I just put an update in there today for a new publishing site because one of them closed down, and I added another publishing site on there. So the course only $47. Just see that as a part of your book expense so that now you got lifetime access to it and you can refresh. You can go through it as many times as you need to. Amanda, God bless you. Hey, Tony. I got about 3 more minutes on here now. It's people bedtime. People got to get ready for bed. Catch they 10 o'clock show. Yeah, you can use the Birth Your Book for that. It's for nonfiction books, but it'll still apply when it comes to how to publish it, edit it, get it formatted, all of that. The writing schedule still will work for you too, but just a devotional, you'll be done a lot faster than a regular nonfiction book. Amanda, bless you now. Hi, Tony. Thank you for all you do. God bless you. Do you and Cherie have plans to write a parenting book? I'm still single and have all your books, but I want to raise kingdom children one day. You know, to be honest with you, I would love to do that, but I'm a little nervous about it just because the way we parent is so opposite of today's time. Just we really train our kids up like the Bible says, and it's just so foreign to people today. Like, our sons don't have temper tantrums. They don't, you know, get in trouble in school. They don't give us no issues because we so consistent and we own them that I just feel like it'll be a shock. Even in the way we train our sons just in school, in life. Like my son was telling me his workout today, he ran a mile on the treadmill. Then he did on 7.3 speed. If y'all been on the treadmill, 7.3, you moving. Then he did sprints at 8.5 speed, and he yay big. So them legs had to be moving. Then he got off and did a soccer workout on the Dribble Up app. Then he did an ab workout, and this kid 13, and it's still in school. So he getting straight A's, no A minuses. Then he going to training his body like a Olympic athlete. You see what I mean? So the way we parent, it's just, you got to be immersed in it and you got to be all the way in. And so that's what scares me, because today the world's so lenient on their kids, and little Bobby cussing mama out and spitting on the ground when she tell him to do something, and terrible tools, temper tantrum in the grocery store, laying out on all on the floor. So I gotta talk to my wife about it, just cause But I would love to do that though. We might have to do it independently though, cause the publisher might be like, man, it's too real. It's too real for this lost world. Whitney Brooks, God bless you now. Bless you, Whitney. Bless you now. Pour out in her life. Bless her. Ginger, bless you now. Bless you. Wow. Whew. Y'all be blessing me on here. My goodness. Ginger, God bless you now. Finally figured out how to sin. I appreciate your work. All the best. God bless you, Ginger. Ginger was working, trying to get a blessing to me. Lord bless her tenfold. Now give her tenfold. Hey, 90 minutes, I got to go. Let me answer this last question from D Love, since it popped in right here. My books on Amazon.com. Anywhere you buy books from, you could find my books. Hi Tony, I have been considering signing up to be a coach. I have been strengthening my walk with God so I could coach on faith, but I'm not sure what else I could coach on. Advise. I wouldn't coach on faith. You could add that as one of your things, but you still imperfect. You still working on strengthening your relationship with God. You can coach on confidence. You could coach on self-love. All of those things are encompassed in faith, because what the Bible tells us to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. So when you put yourself in a box, you don't get the opportunity to show your love and your heart to someone who may not be into faith. But if it says confidence coach, or if it says self-love coach, if it says mindset coach, this person comes and they're working with you, and then they inquire within and say, how did you get so emotionally intelligent? Like, how did you get to this place? And then you're able to share your faith with them. So when you have BibleThumper.com in your bio, the people that you supposed to reach, you can't even reach them, because they just like, okay, no, okay, that little Pharisee. You see what I mean? So you have to be wise about it, and you go about it in a way to where I'm a devout Christian, but I talk about very, very real stuff. I talk about fornication. I talk about oral sex. I talk about everything that people deal with. I talk about pornography, porn. I talk about all this stuff because it's real life. So even a person like the sister in here earlier today who's a Muslim, so you got to have it open to where who you are and what you believe in, but you're a fisherman of men. So you reel them in, and then they inquire within about your stability and why you are where you are, and then you're able to express your faith. But first they feel your love. It's a quote that says, share the gospel. And if you must, speak. So you got to be able to show a heart of love. Tammy, God bless you. Thank you for your birthday book course. It helped. Hey, thank you, Tammy. We got your feedback that you sent in, telling us to mention the other site. So that's actually why I did the update today. You see how I be working? I've been meaning to do that. I just be having so much going on and be tied up. Amanda, God bless you. The Holy Bible is sufficient, but I will be on the lookout for the one you and Cherie write independently by God's grace, even if it's a course under your platform. God, hey, you know what, Amanda? Thank you for that. We're going to do a parenting course for the parents that just need a little reinforcement, a little help, to know what another parent is doing. We're going to do a course. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do instead of a book, because these books, people ain't reading like they used to, like they supposed to. Hey, God bless y'all now. Let me see. We got to go. Devontae say, what do you think the top 3 qualities a wife should have? A relationship with God. And when she got a relationship with God, to be honest with you, that number 1 quality, that means she going to be humble. That means she going to be faithful. That means she going to be honest. That means she going to be righteous. So you see what I'm saying? So those are things that it encompasses: humility, faithfulness, trustworthiness, selfless love. All of those things come with being a true woman of God. See, love, God bless you now. You hit with that buzzer beater. My God. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Lord had me on here a few more seconds and then see love hit me with this buzzer beater. Just had to say thanks for today's video. If you missed today's video, I actually posted two on. One was a bonus, but the one maybe she talking about is called the teddy bear syndrome. Tammy, God bless you now. All right, y'all, I got to go. Don't send no more blessings now. I'm finna go ahead and get up here and close this here thing out. God bless you, and I appreciate you. And tomorrow, Thursday, so I'm going to take tomorrow off on the live, but I have a video, and I'll try to do a live Friday night, depending on how my spirit feeling. God bless you now.